tiebreakers and everything, so check out our social media sites, lucasdirt.com, our website, also the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Facebook page, and also the Batesville Motor Speedway Facebook page, and also dirtondirt.com if you subscribe to it. So we'll try our best, and again, we'll have to double, triple everything here to determine the top 16 locked in tomorrow night. It may very well be in the morning before we know that, but just want to tell you that diligently we'll do that done, but in a timely manner, but yet still correct and accurate. Okay, the second 25 lapper. This will be the Group B feature. On the pole will be the 60 car. He's out of Lake Shore, Minnesota. That is Dan Ebert. And Brandon Overton to the 76. He comes to us out of Evans, Georgia. Row 2 will be Ricky Thornton Jr. Chandler, Arizona is his hometown, now living in Indianola, Iowa. Jimmy Owens, the Newport Nightmare in 20 alongside. Row 3 will be Sam Seawright, his first visit to Bases out of Fort Payne, Alabama. And in Kyle Beard, two-time Comcam Super Dirt Series champion. He's out of Truman, Arkansas in 86. Row 4 will be Daniel Elizabeth. He's out of Earlham, Iowa in 22. And Clay Harris in the 6 out of Jupiter, Florida. John Kirby in the 11 out of Russellville, Arkansas. Jonathan Davenport, he will start 10th in 49. As we're about ready to go green, the rest of the lineup: Dotson, O'Neill, Harris, Glaze, Brody Smith, Knight, Stevens, Taylor, Lawler, and Shirley. 25 laps. Wesley will talk to the top 3 on the Big River Steel podium. Ebert and Overton. We will go green at the east door at Holligan Rigging Start Zone. We're underway. The final event of the night for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Well, Dan Ebert, he's been fast all year. He's looking for a clean sweep tonight. He was fastest overall out of 40 cars. He won his heat race. As they come out of turn number 4, and Dan Ebert will lead lap number 1 here tonight of feature number 2. Second spot is Overton, Thornton with Sam Seawright, and Davenport already up to 6. He's up 4 spots on the first lap for the 49. Out of turn number 4. Ricky Thornton Jr. digging on the bottom. We got a spin in 4, and that's Clay Harris. And that will bring out a Hellraiser Jack's caution. I believe we got the leader plus 3 in, so that'll be scored. And Clay Harris, who was running in 7th, and also going around the 27 of Garrett Taylor, son of Stacy Taylor, longtime veteran driver. Get down to that wall down there. Not exactly sure what happens. We'll see if we have an FK Rod-Ins instant replay. We'll go back. The yellow did come out before we got the leader plus 3 completed. So we'll go back to lap 1, and we'll take a look here at the FK Rod-Ins instant replay here on Flow. Yeah, he just hooked the berm there down by the wall. As that wall comes out a little bit, so he hooked the bottom of that concrete. So Harris goes around in the 6 car. So officially 1 lap in the book. Wesley, yes, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, tough break for Clay Harris, who came home 2nd in the preliminary feature last year to Jonathan Davenport.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He will go on the tail end. We'll see what happens if he will refire here, or if his night has ended already. There he goes. So Ebert out in front, Overton 2nd, Thornton is 3rd, 4th is Owens, 5th is Seawright, Davenport 6th, 7th was Harris, 7th will be now Beard, 8th Hilzebeck, 9th Dotson, 10th will be John Kirby. So we got some guys trying to work their way back there in the back. As Clay Harris, 11th in the championship points. Such a strong Georgia-Florida Speed Weeks as he's on the tail end there. There you see Brendan Smith. Good run for Brendan in that first feature. Brother Brody out there as well in this second one. Brody right now runs in 14th, the Smith Speed Solutions entry. Actually, he'll be scored 13th, with Harris having to go to the back. It's good night so far for Dad Sean Smith and the team. Here we go. 24 to go, 1 in the books. Dan Ebert looking for a clean sweep tonight. Overall fast time. 1 is he, trying to win his first Lucas Oil A main. Into turn number 1, back underway. Ricky Thornton Jr. goes to the top shelf. In the Bobby and Jessica Kohler 20 RT, he eyes the leader into turn number 3. Overton back to third, battle for fourth side beside Jonathan Davenport's made quick work so far. JD up to 4th already from 10th in 49. Right there trying to get around Owens and Seawright. Sam Seawright there, he'll lose his spot. The O-Show as well. Davenport 2-time winner this race. Jimmy Owens a 3-time winner as we score another lap 3 in the books. Dan Ebert continues to show the way. Thornton, Overton, Davenport, Owens, Seawright, Beard 7th. We saw what happened in that first race, but right now Jonathan Davenport at flat tire leading is here. He slides in front of Overton. Those two guys had a heat race of the year last weekend at Florence. And right now, Jonathan Davenport at his home track for his car owners. Lance and Darla Landers trying to set himself up for his 3rd Topless 100 win tomorrow night, trying to become the first driver ever to win it in back-to-back years. Right now runs in 3rd. Dan Ebert still showing the way. Dan Ebert looking good, 1.1. You know these drivers and crews got to be nervous. After we saw the right rears, we saw some left rears. We saw Jimmy Owens running good right there in the 20 car. Jimmy Owens, one of the best that's ever been, no doubt, a first ballot Hall of Famer down the back, ready for the 20. He won here. Remember that classic battle with Billy Moyer that went down to the last lap, and right now he trails Brandon Overton into turn number 1. How about Sam Seawright in 6th, Beard 7th, O'Neill 8th, Dotson 9th, Hilzebeck runs in 10th, Dan Ebert still leads. Dan Ebert, 7 laps in the books for 60. Dan Ebert, he's about the same straightaway as the tail end of the field, but right now he's 1.2 ahead of Ricky Thornton Jr. Davenport, Owens, Overton. Dan Ebert, we have not seen a lot of traffic tonight due to the tires in the first one, and Dan Ebert right now is Thornton and Dan Ebert have a problem. Dan Ebert's got a problem. Oh, Heartbreak Hotel for the Minnesota driver. Dan Ebert leading this race. 8-lap score, and he's going to come to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. Wesley, he'll have to restart on the tail end of the field. Tough break for the 60 car.
Yeah, Dan Ebert heads to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit area, right rear tire down for the 60. The Minnesota driver and his crew's coming down to help. They're going to go to work on that machine.
Shelby Cooper down there. Take the mud cover off. Then they'll put on a new tire. They do get courtesy laps. So, man, tough break for him. Led the first 8 laps. In control, he was 1.2 ahead of Thornton. Thornton will pick up the lead now. Davenport started 10th. He's up to 2nd. Jimmy Owens will be 3rd. Then Overton, Seawright, Beard, O'Neill, Dotson, Hilzebeck, and Cam Harris. Cam Harris first ran with us the Show Me 100. He'll be 10th now in 32.
More action in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. Corey Lawler has made his way into the hot pit area. Doesn't look like any tires down. They're going to go to work on the back end of that machine.
Corey, good job at Florence last week. Made it into the show. Out of 59 cars in the Poncho's Racing Products car. So Thornton will be out in front now in the 20 RT. Davenport will be in 2nd. So again, as I said, nobody has won this race back-to-back years. The Topless 100, JD will have a shot tomorrow night to do that. But a lot of drivers have had that shot for 34 years and haven't gotten it done. Davenport involved last week, of course, with Bronson. Had to go to the back, worked his way up, retook the lead. What a battle he had first with Devin Moran, then was leading, looked like he was going to get the win, and here comes Josh Rice on his home track, 2 to go, going back and forth, crazy stuff, exciting stuff. I don't even know what else to say, James. That was everything right there last Saturday night.
Yeah, there was really no one single word to describe it, was it?
Yeah, we had a tasing, we had all kinds of stuff going on, and was a great show. All 3 nights were fabulous. Here we come out of turn number 4. The East Dorn and Ricky restart zone with 8 in the books. Here comes the 20 of Jimmy Owens. Wouldn't that be a big win here tonight For the McCarter Brothers 20 RT, Jimmy Owens, a good hot rod down the back straightaway, but Davenport will pull away from him. Now it's a two-car battle. Thornton and Davenport out at turn number 4. We will score lap number 9. And JD working the bottom. And got that win here for Lance and Darla Landers, his first time a few years ago on their home track. The race shop, what, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 miles away. Down the main straightaway into turn number 1. It's still Thornton out in front. 49 is second. Jimmy Owens third. Overton fourth. Beard is fifth. How about the Arkansas drivers tonight? Charlie Cole came in third in the opener. Kyle Beard right now, two-time Comcam Super Dirt Series champion. He's battling with Brandon Overton. Right there, that is for fifth. Overton runs fourth. Fifth is Beard. Sixth is O'Neill. But out in front, it's Thornton down the back straightaway. Ricky Thornton Jr. and Jonathan Davenport, and we're going to have, guess what? A Hellraiser Jacks caution flag, and it's going to be for Sam Seawright. Sam Seawright making his first trip to Batesville. Had a really good year, made it into the Dirt Late Model Dream. By the way, we had said something, and I want to, I know when we was at the Dream, we said, well, he was the first driver from Alabama to ever make the Dirt Late Model Dream. Well, our good buddy Randall Chupp, he made a, and now Randall Chupp lives in, I think, North Carolina now, or he doesn't live in Alabama. He grew up in Alabama, so he's an Alabama native. He was the first driver, an Alabama native, to make the Dirt Late Model Dream was Randall Chupp. So Randall Chupp, of course, raced out of Alabama. He's raced out of Tennessee. Of course, that famous Bonanza Produce 114 car. Now a consultant, racing consultant, as we have the right rear, new right rear on the 16, Wesley.
Yeah, another right rear tire down, this time with the Fort Payne, Alabama driver. Used to seeing Sam Seawright with us at the Magnolia Motor Speedway. Johnny Stokes, another Hall of Famer, in action tonight in a street stock. But Sam, you know one thing, he's going to rally here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the 16 step to the top side of the restart.
So Ricky Thornton Jr. out in front. He inherited the lead when Ebert had a flat, leading the first 8 laps to Dan Ebert. Ebert's back in 15th right now. So it's Thornton, Davenport, Owens, Overton, Beard. How about Kyle Beard up to 5th now? Then it's Hudson O'Neill, Ethan Dotson, Cam Harris. Good run for him. Another Mississippi hot shoe. Brian Shirley started dead last. He's up 11 spots. Hoker Trucking Hard Charger from 20th. Have another lap under caution flag. So Delaware double file. Brody Smith runs in 10th. Clay Harris. Stay with us after this race. We'll interview the top 3 on the Big River Steel podium. Then we'll have the IMCA modified feature, 20 laps. Don't forget, pit gates open at 4 tomorrow. Grandstand gates at 4 as well. We've got the topless karaoke coming up after this, or after the modified feature. You still don't want to be in it, do you? I'm not. I'll be doing my story.
No,
I'll be
you
listening.
need to come join us.
I'll be listening. I wish I could roll down the window up here. And Jimmy Owens, and he may have an issue. And he does. He's off the pace. Jimmy Owens off the pace at 20 as they take the green. Not sure if it is a tire, but he had smoke billowing from the car. And we'll see if that is terminal for the 20. He's trying to slow enough to make it to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. By the way, you can get your favorite. They need to double their sponsorship after tonight, right? Heartbeat Hot Sauce available on Amazon or at heartbeathotsauce.com. And Jimmy Owens, your 3rd place car to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, Wesley.
Yeah, no tires down for Owens. They're going to try to take the hood off of it, and we'll see what the issue might be for the O-Show. And he's going to shut it off, and that will likely bring an end to his feature event. Going to see if he keeps the helmet on.
Well, the hood's back on. Not sure if it's, now they're looking at the front of the car. Not sure if we could get a replay of exactly. We saw it coming, smoke coming out of the car. So your 3rd place car. Tough luck for the veteran Jimmy Owens, 4-time Lucas Oil champion. and we'll see the replay of what happened as they're trying to diagnose the issue. Yeah, right there. As soon as he got on the accelerator, on the gas, it started smoking. So not a tire down, so hopefully they'll get that fixed. But that is a tough break, man. He had a good starting spot locked into the feature tomorrow night. All right, here we go. We've got 14 to go yet, 11 in the books. Thornton Davenport Overton will back to third. Beard will be it up in their spot. Kyle is now fourth as we go back underway at the East Door and Hollick and Ricky restart zone. Brandon Overton working the outside down the back straightaway. Here comes O'Neill in fourth. And battle back here. They try to go four wide. Brian Shirley working the 3S car. Got into the wall in his heat race. And right now, power steering on the 20 car. And we got a Hellraiser Jack's caution back out.
Yeah, it looks like this time Daniel Hilsebeck going to make his way to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce hot pit area. The Iowa driver comes in with a big head of steam and a flat right rear tire for the 22.
Hilsebeck second in last year's O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year. Chase back for another full season. So we did get a lap in. We've got 12 scored. Thornton, Davenport, Overton, O'Neill, Beard, Dotson, Shirley up 13 for Brian, Cam Harris, Brody Smith, and John Kirby. As they look at the tire down there.
Yeah, it just looks like might have caught on a rock or maybe a little contact with another driver. And you know, probably the best tire we've seen shape-wise so far in this feature event.
All right. 13 score, 12 remaining. Ricky Thornton, your race leader. Again, Davenport started 10th. He has quickly worked his way up through there in his first 12 laps. But does he have enough to get around the 20 RT? 76, Brandon Overton to line up right beside him. Then O'Neill and Beard, Dotson and Shirley, Harris and Smith. Kyle Beard trying to put another Arkansas driver on the podium. We had Charlie Cole in the first one. Love to see the locals doing well. Kyle Beard, accomplished racer, mentioned 2 times Comp Cam Super Dirt Series champion. He can run with the best of them. Trying to run with the best here in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Trying to get a top 5. He may get more. You never know as they come out of turn number 4 back underway at Batesville. In the East Door and Hollick and Ricky restart zone. Good restart for Thornton. Overton to work the outside. Davenport married to the bottom down the back straightaway. Here comes Beard and Dotson. O'Neill now works the bottom on the 76. Out of turn number 4. We've got 12 laps to go. The 20 RT out in front. Into turn number 1. It's 4/10 of a second. Hudson O'Neill, the 2021 winner of this race, down the back straightaway. He'll go around Brandon Overton. They are leaning on that right rear. Will they all last here the rest of this way? 11 laps remaining into turn number 1. It's Thornton, Davenport, Overton, O'Neill, Dotson's to 5th. Ethan started at 11th. Kyle Beard, Brian Shirley, 20th to 7th. In the 3S car. Brian Shirley now trying to nurse that 3S and the back straightaway. Into turn number 1, and he's got an issue. He's got an issue. It's the announcer's curse for Brian Shirley. Coming down the main straightaway. Looks like the right rear tire's down for the defending Prairie Dirt Classic champion a year ago.
They'll go to work on the Bob Cohen Racing Thompson Express Hoker Trucking 3S for the Squirrel. As Jimmy Owens is going to head back to the pits and call it a night, I believe. And another right rear tire down this one. They quickly get back to work on it. And he was really marching his way back through the field after starting from 20th.
Yeah, he climbed up there. I believe he'd gotten the 7th on that last scored lap. So we've got 10 to go. It's Thornton, Davenport, O'Neill, Overton, Beard, Dotson, Clay Harris, Brody Smith, Cam Harris, John Kirby. Ebert is up to 11th. And James, Mama said there'd be nights like these, right? Yeah.
She said that a lot of times.
She said that a lot of times.
Tonight has been one of them nights, hasn't it?
Oh, I thought that last weekend. And Brian Shirley may have more than a tire down in the 3S cars. They briefly took a look under the hood. Oh, nice coming back out. False alarm there. See if he comes back out here. Well, the Smith brothers trying to get Brody right now in 9th, make it 8th with Shirley going to the back. And does Davenport have an issue? Does the 49 have an issue? The defending topless 100 winner, or is he going to point out something on the track, or he wants his... And I don't know if he wants his crew to learn. Might be something on the racetrack.
Yeah, he's pointing to some debris on the speedway here on the middle of the racetrack in turn number 3.
All right. So Davenport.
I don't know where he gets his glasses. I believe it's Deathridge Opticians.
Yeah.
And that was the smallest little thing on the racetrack.
Yeah, there you go. All right. 10 laps to go. Ricky Thornton Jr., Jonathan Davenport, Hudson O'Neill, Brandon Overton, and Kyle Bearder, top 5. It'll still be a Delaware double file restart with 10 to go in this race. We do single file with 5 to go on a 25 lapper. Good run for Ethan Dotson. Ethan started 11th up to 6th. Shirley again had gone from 20th to 7th, but he's on the tail end of the lead lap now. Thornton started 3rd. So in this race, Dan Ebert again led the first 8 laps. Had the flat tire. Thornton inherited the lead on lap 9. He's led ever since. Davenport moved into 2nd on lap 9 after Ebert went to the pit area, to the hot pit. All right. Again, IMCA Modifieds, they're next. They're 20 lapper. What is that? Kristen and John, they're going to be partying over there at the pavilion. Topless karaoke.
Can't wait.
Hey, this is not over yet. Here we go. Down the main straightaway, back underway. Good restart for Hudson O'Neill. Hudson O'Neill trying to find that bar. Davenport slid up the track. Here comes Kyle Beard. Here comes Brandon Overton. Well, Davenport slid right up the racetrack. And he is trying to hang on for 3rd as he battles with Overton side by side at the line. Thornton, your leader still. Hudson O'Neill runs in 2nd. They've got 9 laps to go. Hey, the way this night's gone, it's not over. Dan Ebert, by the way, is back to 9th. Don't count him out yet. We've got 8 to go down the straightaway. Dotson running well. Ethan Dotson right now in the 5th spot. Clay Harris, Kyle Beard, Brody Smith, Cam Harris, Dan Ebert 10th, Shane Stevens 10th. Davenport slides O'Neill down the main straightaway crossover. We're getting sporty there for that 2nd spot. O'Neill has it still right now, but Thornton has stretched it out. 1.5 seconds the advantage, left 6 laps to go this time around. Right now, Ricky Thornton Jr., if this thing stays green, he may not pick up the tail end of the field because they're going to have 5 to go this time around as they come off of turn number 4. There is 3rd and 4th. That'll be Davenport and Overton. Dotson 5th. Beard, Harris, Brody Smith. Ebert is 9th. Cam Harris is 10th. As right now, we work with 4 to go. Anthony Burrows, the crew chief on the 20-yard tee. He's not backing down the main straightaway. He's letting it all hang out. 4 to go. Out at 2. The lead is 1.1 over Hudson O'Neal, who runs in second. Ricky Thornton Jr. trying to conserve that right rear. Oh, so tough here tonight. In at turn number 1. 3 laps to go. Down the back straightaway. The lead is now 8/10 of a second as they come off of turn number 4. Down the main straightaway. In at turn number 1. We got a car way up topside in turn number 2, and that is Brian Glaze. And that was close right in front of your leaders. He's gotten around the 6 of Dylan Knight. That was close. Thornton down the main straightaway. Barron's Performance, white flag, 1 lap to go. He has found that groove up top down the back straightaway. He inherited lead when Dan Ebert dropped out, or did not drop out, and had to pit with a right rear flat out of turn number 4. Thornton bouncing out of 4, and Ricky Thornton Jr. wins here tonight at Batesville in the second preliminary of the night. Hudson O'Neal crosses the line in second. Brandon Overton 3rd. Ethan Dotson 4th. Kyle Beard 5th. Now make it Clay Harris got 5th at the line. Kyle Beard, Dan Ebert from the tail to 7th. Cam Harris, good run for him in 8th. Shane Stevens, 17th to 9th in that Nicky Stevens crew chief car. And they're still, timing and scoring, still bouncing up and down. So unofficially, they'll go to Longacre Racing Product Scales. Ricky Thornton Jr., Hudson O'Neal, Brandon Overton. 4th, Ethan Dotson. 5th, Clay Harris. 6th, Kyle Beard. 7th, and it's still bouncing around. Okay, Thornton O'Neal, Davenport, which is not what I have, right? I don't know. Apparently Davenport's transponder. Yeah, Davenport got 3rd. So we're getting it corrected here on the fly. How about that, James? So Thornton, oh my goodness. Thornton O'Neal, Davenport. Overton, Dotson, Clay Harris, Beard, Ebert 8th, 9th, Brody Smith, 10th, Cam Harris, Stevens, Seawright, Hilsabeck, Shirley, Kirby, Garrett Taylor, Lawler, Knight, Glaze, Owens. That's 20 cars. Whew. Somehow, I don't know if Davenport's, hey, he got 3rd. They crossed the Longacre scales. There is your winner right there. As only fitting, right?
All in a night's work.
We got her in all in a night's work. The Oker Trucking Knights Companies, Coleman Farms Racing, Capital Waste, Certified Inspection, Elite Ready Mix, Range Oval SI Towing and Recovery, Sunoco Race Fuels, D&E Outside Services, last year's World 100 winner, the Anthony Burrows, Justin Tharp, Seth Hunter, for Kohler Motorsports, Longhorn Cornet, number 20 RT. Yeah, I feel you, Rob Penrod. I'll take my helmet off, too, as Ricky Thornton Jr. has got the win here tonight in the second 25-lapper, Wesley.
Yeah, it's a 2-time Race for Hope winner in an IMCA modified. Still looking for his first ever topless 100. Could this year be the year? Puts himself in a great spot after inheriting the lead and leads the rest of that B group feature. Wait for him to climb the race car. Transplant out of Chandler, Arizona. Parks the 20 RT here in Victory Lane, place he is accustomed to at the Batesville Motor Speedway. And how about it, race fans? RT Ricky Thornton Jr., your winner of Group B feature here on preliminary night of the Topless 100. We'll talk to him along the front of the race car. Shay down here, congratulations. Got the kiddo with him. Ricky Thornton Jr. In a modified, you've been pretty good here. Late model, Batesville's not always been so kind to you. I know this town means a lot to you.
Yeah, I feel like feel like I've won a bunch of these prelims, but just never been able to win the topless. So I really didn't know what I needed to do there. I felt like the top was slowing down, which usually whenever you feel the top slowing down here, that means it's starting to rubber around the middle bottom. I moved down and then I was like instant tight. So I figured it was either gonna start rubbering or it got really clean. So moved down. I felt like my pace picked back up. I really didn't know if I wanted JD to be second or HUD to be second. I knew both of them passed a good amount of cars to get to second, so I figured their stuff was pretty good. Tire-wise, we didn't really know what to do. Setup-wise, it's kind of the same way. We just feel like every time I get here, I just get too tight on entry, and it kind of kills us. So we kind of stayed free there, and I think I was okay, but it hurt me in other spots. So hopefully we can make the right adjustments tomorrow. Pretty awesome to see Max win tonight too, so pretty cool. Hopefully tomorrow goes well for us.
Take us through those last few laps there. Lap traffic, things got a little hairy for you.
Yeah. I about to do the same thing on the last lap. The one car just barely got in a little too hard, and once you get out in that dust, there's no stopping it. So like I said, I about did the exact same thing a couple laps later. So luckily there's no yellow there, as I think I probably would have got past on the restart, just not being in the right line. So overall it worked out for us. Kept all the tires on it, thankfully. Hopefully we can keep tires on it tomorrow and be up here in victory lane again.
And how cool is it to have your family here with you?
Oh, I mean, it's awesome. My little boys go back to school here in 2 weeks, so we got this week and next week to enjoy it, and then Dad back on the road by himself. So obviously, anytime my family comes, it's awesome. So like I said, hopefully we're good tomorrow. I know the racetrack will be just as good as it was tonight. So kind of weird seeing all the flats. It really didn't look like the track had that many rocks on it, like for our feature, and still have that many yellows. So I don't know if it's something we're doing wrong or just over driving, getting stuff blistered and blowing them that way. So hats off to my guys. Everyone at Color Motorsport's been working hard. I feel like we've had really good speed the last month, just not a whole lot of results. So hopefully tomorrow changes that, and I think all the fans are coming out. I love being in Batesville. Went golfing earlier today, so hopefully maybe we'll go golfing tomorrow too.
And let's talk about the great people to help you out.
Yeah, obviously everyone at Kohler Motorsports, Coltman Farms, Brett's here with Sam, so anytime you see him, it's pretty cool. Hoker Trucking, Knights Companies, Capital Waste, Elite Ready Mix, Bobby and Jessica Kohler. Without them and the boys and everyone at the shop working hard, I wouldn't be able to live my dreams.
How about a race fans? Your winner of Group B feature here on Preliminary Night of the Topless 100. It's RT Ricky Thornton Jr.
So Hudson O'Neal started in 2021, winner of the Topless 100. O'Neal started in 12th. Had a back and forth battle with Jonathan Davenport, who comes in third here tonight as O'Neal, your runner-up.
Yeah, we'll catch up here with a new deal, Hudson O'Neal. Hudson, little flashes of the past there. You and JD throwing some sliders, but things got a little hairy in lap traffic.
Yeah, felt really good, really. Was able to drive up through there from 12th. Had a couple breaks with some people getting some flats, but felt like we were pretty competitive there at the end. In the last few laps, I think Ricky started getting a little tight, and we were able to kind of, come back up to him just a little bit. But JD threw that slider on me, and I knew his race car was pretty good, maybe a little bit better than mine, and I just was fortunate enough that it started to clean up down there, and I could steer hard and come back down the racetrack and not lose any grip and drive back by him. So, yeah, we've had a past of throwing some sliders around this place. So, if we're in that same situation, race for the lead tomorrow, and we're throwing sliders, I'll be pretty happy. So, yeah, we've just been working at this thing, all my guys, Jason, Riley, Kyle, Logan, everybody's been working really hard, and as well as everybody at Longhorn Chassis and Steve Arpin and Kevin Rumley and everybody that's a part of it. We appreciate what they do, and they've been helping us, and we just keep getting a little bit better. Jason's working really, really hard, and we're all putting forth our best effort, and I think it's starting to show a little bit. So appreciate all them. Appreciate everybody on the number 71 machine. Wheeler Metals, Merrill Bonding Company. Raymond Merrill's here with us this week's pretty cool. And Big River Steel, just a huge Big River Steel event. And Scott Coleman and all the Big River Steel employees that come out and hang out and support us. And it's so cool to be representing the BRS on our filler panel, that's for sure. So Professional Concrete, O'Neal Salvage and Recycling, O'Neal Contracting, Sunoco Race Fuels, Penske Racing Shocks, Longhorn Chassis, Subsurface of Indiana, SSI Motorsports, Seven Spurs Ranch, Jim Beeman Lumber, everybody that's a part of it, man. We're just happy to be on the podium tonight, but if we were on the podium again tomorrow night, I think that'll be a little bit better accomplishment.
How about a race fan? Second place here tonight in Martinsville, Indiana, the new deal, Hudson O'Neal. And we'll talk to your third place finisher momentarily. Third place here tonight, Superman Jonathan Davenport. JD, I know it means a little bit more when you come here to Batesville. You swept the Bad Boy 98, but tonight, a good rebound after that heat race.
Yeah, so we made what could have been a bad situation out of something good there. Felt like we had a pretty good car. Would like to run, longer green flag laps there, but just wasn't in the cards tonight. A lot of flat tires, so I guess that's probably just from people, running around the top, and then it also rolling rocks down the speedway too, and just I don't know, just part of it really. I never ran around the top in the heat race and had a flat. So, like I said, but we rebounded, had a really good car there, pretty maneuverable. We passed a lot of cars pretty quick, and I felt like we had pace with Ricky there, especially before the leader had a flat. And obviously then Ricky got out front and got clean air, and we could still pace with him pretty good there, but we only got to run 2 or 3 laps really while we was in second at a time before we would have a caution. So just thanks for my guys. They give me a good hot rod here. We got a few tweaks we need to do on it for tomorrow to get through the holes a little bit better, but I think we'll be okay.
And you got a lot of great people to help you out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Got to thank Ace Duran for sure. Nutrient Ag Solutions, Longhorn Chassis, AAC warranty. One thing I got to say is a good friend of my car owner, and a lot of people out here lost his life yesterday. Mark Bennings, it's a real bad deal. Timothy Culp's father-in-law, car owner, he's not with us racing. He normally comes and run this deal, and Mark's dad was actually just at our shop yesterday working on an air conditioner, and Mark was supposed to be there today. So it's a pretty tough deal. I didn't know Mark that great, but I did know him, and I know my car owner Lance, and everybody knew him real well. So they definitely got heavy hearts there. So yeah, just all in all, come out a good night. Everybody's safe. It was pretty tricky there qualifying. It was pretty easy to get hurt there. So hopefully they'll slow it down a little bit, and then we'll be able to race tomorrow.
How about a race fans? Third place here tonight, Superman Jonathan Davenport, completing your top 3 with Hudson O'Neill, and your winner, RT Ricky Thornton Jr.
Great job, Wesley. We'll look for you tomorrow night. Modified's coming up next. IMC Modified feature, 20 laps, and Wesley will interview the winner of that race. IMCA Modified, 20 laps coming up the A main. You're watching